Greetings and welcome to an all new, all you can geek Gamecast. Tonight we have Mike Siniti, Tony Korkanakis,
Yo.
and yours truly, Corey Feinsod, hosting tonight's cast. Unfortunately, Jim can't make it tonight, but he will be back with us soon. And welcome back, guys. We've been off for a couple weeks, but we're back here with another episode for you. And we're going to jump right into what we've been up to because it's been a while. So let's strap in and hear about what we've been playing. Let's start with you, Tony. What have you been up to this past couple weeks in the gaming world?
Well, the biggest new thing is I got Pragmata, which is the new game by Capcom, headed up by, I believe, former Platinum Games guy and
Hmm.
a younger crew of Capcom staff that they're using this game to train up in modern AAA game development using the RE engine.
Hmm.
And I gotta say, they cooked with this one. Like, holy shit! I played the demo. I was excited after the demo, but like
Yeah.
that's was just barely scratching the surface of what the end game wound up being because the biggest like compliment I can give it is like a 360 PS3 era like game ass video game.
Wow.
And when I say that, I mean it's like there is a story, there is like, AAA type productions but around it. But it is very just like, hey, here's the gameplay loop and we are just going to perfect that. Like we're just going to hone it and hone it and hone it and just that's going to carry the
Mm.
game. We're just like, here's the basic gameplay, which is like, hey, it's half third person shooter and half like, sci-fi hacking, whatever. And it's all about the combat. You have different weapons, you have different sub weapons, you have the hacking, and the hacking can come in different ways. Like you can equip ones where it's like, oh, this burns the enemy, or this freezes the enemy in place, or it confuses them so they attack other ones. So you can formulate a strategy that caters to your playstyle and stuff. So it's just really, really cool. Just I'm very happy that we get a game like this because I just don't expect that anymore. It's just like, okay, we're
Yeah.
gonna go
That's
through this
cool.
whole like rigmarole of like, hey, there's a crafting element to the game, and there's no crafting element. It's like, hey, you have your sub weapon. It holds like 5 shots. Once it's done, like it's like you toss the gun, like old school like FPS thing, where it's just like, all right, hopefully you come across more ammo, or it's just there's another sub weapon and you pick that up and you start using that, which hopefully you leveled up or whatever. So that's the gameplay is amazing, but I do have to say that my tinfoil hat theory is that this is a psyop from the Japanese government to get young people to want to have babies in Japan because they have a declining birth rate. Because it has been a long time since I've like watched or played anything where I'm like, wow, this kid is cute. Like in a like, wow, this makes me rethink fatherhood and potentially having that on the table now. I'm just like, I could totally be a girl dad.
Well, you're
Like what
being
the
put
hell?
in a position to be a father figure here, right?
Right, right.
Like,
Well, exactly.
so
But
it's like,
here's
and
here
now it's like, oh, you could do this in real life,
right.
people.
Well, that's the thing. Is like here. Okay, so like how I've talked about like the Sony formula where it's like the sad dad kind of thing, whatever. This is the opposite. This
Two
is the
games,
opposite.
but
I
yeah.
would say it's the glad dad where it's like, hey, I'm actually like a well put together dude, and I'm happy and whatnot, and I'm trying to help this kid grow and be the best version of themselves, and I don't have trauma or weird PTSD from my past or anything like that. Um, and it made me think to last year with Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I hope Jim is playing through now. But those are the like two opposite ends of the spectrum. You have like Last of Us and Horizon and whatnot, and it's like okay, we have Donkey Kong and Pragmata here because like I swear to God, everything that the kid does, I'm just like, why are you so cute? Like it's almost annoying in how cute he is. And I'm like taking clips, I'm sharing with some of my friends, and it's just like,
It's
what the
annoying to
hell,
me.
huh?
It looks annoying to me. It's off-putting to me.
What's annoying?
The clips I've seen of this little girl robot, I'm like, ugh.
Why? Why is it annoying?
It's off-putting to me. It's just it's trying too hard. I don't know.
Okay, I mean, to each their own, but
Yep.
I don't know. I think it's working for the most people that I've seen on social media. The reviews are great. Capcom announced that it sold 1 million in 2 days, which for a new IP is pretty crazy, pretty good. We'll see how that
Yeah,
goes.
I had
But
that on the news there. Yeah, it's been killing it. And yeah, like you said, Tony, the reviews have been amazing. So I'm very glad for Capcom and for this team. Like you said, it sounded like they were kind of new
yep.
up and comers. So like, what does the future hold for them now? It's pretty exciting to see. Hopefully that stuck making Pragmata for the rest of their careers, but you know, that'll be exciting to see if they can branch out and do some more things.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting because I mean, this game was in development partial like just they delayed it like 2 times since the initial unveiling. So a bit of rocky development, and I think COVID had a part to play in that, right? But
Mm,
what didn't at that point in time. But them cutting their teeth on the RE engine, like it's just great because you could see the scalable, the way the engine scales to play like Resident Evil 9 on the Switch 2, for example, or
right.
Pragmata on the Switch 2. Like it's really crazy. There's no one there. Like I don't even think Unreal 4 really does that well on Switch 2. So it's just kind of like, damn, RE Engine is a really worthwhile endeavor. So these people now that they've been trained up, can go and work on the next Resident Evil or the next Monster Hunter because it's all RE Engine. So this is one of the rare instances where a company's own internal engine has actually panned out successfully. Where it's like, oh shit, like okay, cool, we're getting great games, and it is like I saw this meme where it's not a direct comparison, right? Because to do that is inviting a lot of nuance that isn't being covered. But the way you have Rockstar, right? It's like in 10 years or something, this is what they released. It's like what Red Dead Redemption 2, right? And
You
it's
know,
like here's the Capcom has released in 10 years, and it's like all these RE games, all these Monster Hunter games, the RE remakes, Street Fighter 6, blah blah blah, and it's all RE Engine. So they are doing they're doing something right. So Capcom, bless Capcom. Opposite for Capcom.
yeah. Anything else, Tony? That you can think of
That was
at
the
least.
biggest thing. Slay the Spire 2. I'm
Yeah.
on Ascension 9 with all the characters.
Oh, dang.
And it's so brutal. It's to the point where I'm like, I could be like 5 combats in, and I'm just like, this isn't working. Like, I
It's
just
not
got to
going to
restart. I know
happen.
that,
Yeah.
like, I already know this deck is not going to work out. I just got to restart. So it's getting to the Balatro, like, fuck, like, what are we doing here?
Right. You don't see the cards you need pretty quickly. You're like, well,
Yeah,
all right, it's time to move on.
exactly.
Cool. All right, Mike, what about you? It's been a while since we've heard from
Oh,
you as
it's
well.
been one more week. I yeah, now I have an extra 2.5 week old kid now, so now that's why I missed 3 weeks ago. Can't play anything online, obviously. I need to be able to stop, but I've still been able to put in some time. I've been held hostage by Crimson Desert this entire time. I probably
All right.
about 100 hours already in three
Oh,
weeks.
Damn. Nice.
um, it's
Have you
impossible
rolled
to.
credits on it?
No, no,
After 100 hours, you haven't?
no, no, and I shouldn't. No.
Okay.
I feel like I'm like maybe halfway through what I can do in the game.
Okay.
Like the thing about this game is it's like very hard to evaluate because the individual parts are stupid and broken and like just half done. A lot of it is like the story is still bad, even though it gets better after that tutorial section. Um, it's still very disjointed and bad. There's like features that don't really make sense, and nothing is intuitive. Uh, but you just can't stop playing. You're just hungry to find the next thing. With some patches, because at first it was pretty rough. It looks
I mean, I
great
thought they
now.
were doing pretty good at like responding quickly to.
They're doing something like unheard of with how fast they're patching this game, and pretty substantial stuff too. Like they've added new animations in this time to like certain things. Um, but yeah, so basically you want to explore, you get real hungry for the level up things because you get totally new abilities to unlock, and then you also can that same currency is what you use to upgrade little like gears that go into all of your weapons, and that also creates effects, and that's really where the power creep is. Additionally, everything is a puzzle, not everything. A lot of things are puzzles, and they're interesting in that they're so diverse in how hard they are, and there's not one set of logic, which some people don't like, but I kind of like that. One puzzle can be just use the right ability here, or move like a three-piece puzzle together. Another puzzle can be like this is a pressure plate thing where you need to go in a certain path without walking over where you walked to hit these five different things in the right order, or else it won't work. And there's no real like indication until just doing it. So there's very hard puzzles and there's very simple puzzles, and you have no idea what anything is when you come across it. They all just give you kind of the same thing, but it's still it's a lot of fun to me how different they all are. The bosses, there's a lot of them too. There's some discourse that they're really badly designed, but you can cheese them if they're too hard to, because you can freely pause and eat. And then there's the whole camp system as well, where you level up like comrades, you find comrades, you build up a camp. There's you can invest in the bank, you can put gold bars in and do like risky, low risk, high risk, and get back certain percentage, or you lose certain percentage on your investment. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game, and but you're just hungry for levels, abilities, and money, just playing over and over. So much so that it doesn't matter that everything is kind of stupid, because everything is kind of stupid in this game. Like I've always been of the mind that you should be able to put a number on a game when rating it or evaluating it, and I don't think I can do that with this game because
Oof. There's a
the
first
parts
for
of it
everything, Mike.
are stupid. There are things that are just fundamentally wrong and dumb and like half-assed about this game, but I'm very like into it and addicted to it in a way that's kind of weird. Like I feel more compelled to explore this world than most games I've played ever. And
Wow.
it's funny because there's no real narrative reason why. And the rewards are pretty predictable as well, but it's just you're on that treadmill and you like it.
They
I
hooked
don't
you.
know. Yeah, so that's what I've been getting back to when I have the time this whole 3 weeks, and from what I can tell, I'm still uh, story wise, I'm like three-quarters done. But as far as like
You don't
upgrades and
like
stuff,
think you're over leveled or anything as far as
oh,
being
I'm a little over level, which is fine because when you're not for the bosses, they do feel kind of bullshitty, apparently, from what I've read on the subreddit and stuff. But I haven't had too much trouble with any of the bosses except for one time early on where I went too soon to something with no resources and just tried like 50 times in a row for some reason. You don't really need to do that in this game. You can freely pause and get your life back most of the time. If
cool.
you have enough stuff. So yeah, it's a weird game, and I do think if you're on the fence, just wait because it's gonna get better because of how much they patch it. Although they have made it easier with every patch, like things have made it more and more easy. So I don't know if you
Like
want to chase
quality of life stuff
difficulty.
just helps out, I would assume as
Quality
well.
of life,
So,
they physically made the bosses like more beatable. They've
hmm,
made certain things cost less stamina, stuff like that. But yeah,
okay,
it's been
that's
what I've
awesome.
been doing. That's been it.
Yeah, for me, it's been kind of singular as well. Even though it's been a few weeks, I
Borderlands.
played a little Slay, but it's all been Borderlands. Like I've just been full on in Borderlands again.
Back in.
Cash has been so much fun to explore and play around with. So I'm going through the campaign. I beat the expansion stuff, and I just went like right back into the campaign with him and just going through that again. It's so much fun. I was trying to beeline the main story, but you do hit a wall where everything is over leveled to a point where I don't see like the numbers on like the levels anymore. It's just like a red like red skull there. And I'm like, oh dang, I kind of need to like pause a bit and like do other things, I guess, because it was taking
Isn't
me much
I hate that. I
longer.
fucking hate that, dude. I hate
Yeah,
that
so
game.
like I couldn't just there was a point where I was like, well, this is just taking too long. Like this it's not fun because of how long I just have to kind of
Yeah,
peek
they're just
out, shoot
sponges at that
forever.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point I was like, all right, well, I'll just go back and farm some bosses and try to get some drops, some legendary drops that I was looking for. And that's been fun. Just like farming's always like the game is about that, right? So that wasn't so bad. So I've been doing that. And
It's a
yeah, cash is
farming game. I
great.
thought it was a shooting game.
They do have a roadmap for what's coming, and unfortunately, they had to delay the takedown, which is like a big, not necessarily a raid, but it's kind of like their semi-raid thing. They have raid bosses, which they will be releasing a new raid boss next month, but the takedown was supposed to be there. That's not going to be until the following month. So June, they're going to have a takedown and a new bounty pack, and then they'll, that stuff. So there's stuff in the pipeline, but I was hoping it'd be out a little sooner. Unfortunately, it's not. So, in any case, that's what I've been up to. Let's get into some news, unless you guys had anything else you wanted to discuss, gameplay wise.
I'm
All
playing a
right.
lot of beat 'em ups with my 4-year-old too to take him away
There
from
you
the
go.
New Year. Showed him Streets of Rage and all of the turtles beat 'em ups, so it's been fun.
All right.
Except he enjoys the chaos a little too much
Well,
in Streets of
unfortunately,
Rage
Mike,
of the friendly fire. But
you're not gonna be able to get to play He-Man beat 'em up for
oh
a little
no,
while because it got delayed. It was delayed till April 28th, which is not. I guess it's coming up real soon now. This is old. This is a couple weeks old now, so it's coming out next week, guys. We're right around the corner. All right. Any case, what else we got on the news here? Fable was reportedly delayed. If we're talking about delays, which it's
internally
still
because they
supposed to be out
yeah.
this year. I know Jim is looking forward to that one. Hopefully, it comes out for him. But this end of the year is going to be dominated by one game, so we'll see what happens there.
Come out way late in the year, like December.
We do have some more details on the Marvel Rivals future plans for year two and beyond.
Mm.
They had a quote here saying, "We are moving beyond standard 6v6 PvP. This includes the expansion into new PvE modes and a path to Doomsday. The event will feature 5 MCU related updates inspired by Infinity Saga." How do you guys feel about that as the resident Rivals players here,
I'm
Tony?
for it. Fuck PvP. Like it's fine, but at the same time, it's like it's not gonna keep me around the game for
Yeah.
years and years to come. It's it's one of those things. It's like Overwatch flowers. Is like
Yeah.
you get good with a character or characters, and either they nerf them or whatever, and it's like, well, fuck this. Like, why am I doing this? But you can enjoy PVE, and I think most people just want to do that, right? Because like, sure, you could play it as an
This
esport.
game,
Hmm?
in this game though, I feel like the not standard modes just aren't played at any high level. Like
What do you mean high
not
level?
high level. I mean like in high volume of people. Like I don't feel like a lot of people play the non-standard modes in Rivals.
Well, I
I think
mean, there's
that
only
the last time the PvE mode came out, a lot of people
I
were
mean,
playing
people,
that.
yeah, they
I
extended it by
yeah,
like 2 months because of how popular it was.
I guess. I mean, for me personally, I play one way. I play the standard mode. I never play the zombie mode. I
I mean,
never
there's
brought
definitely,
myself to do it.
but that's why they give out variety because people have different, you know, ways they want to play and they give you options. And like, I don't play the standard mode anymore, but I would be down to play cooperative or against PV, like PvE mode in some sense.
Yeah, just need
But
like a loot mode, right?
exactly, I mean, I'll get some of those skins. Maybe do some loot boxes. That'd be fun.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever. The game is doing well, so good for them. I mean, it can't hurt, right? Like it's just one of those things where this is additive. It's not subtractive, right? It's not like, hey, we're taking away from the PvP aspect so we can build PvE. At least they're not saying it, and unless the cadence of one new character a month changes, I don't think that's a fear that we should be concerned about just yet. I mean, they even said like we have so many characters lined up for the next couple of years. Like somebody asked them if they would ever do an original character. They're like, we have no time for that. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I get it. So
Yeah.
I want them to.
No, I think the characters have all been really cool and realized in ways that make a lot of sense and have been fairly balanced for the most part. Of course, there's outliers here and there, but that's going to happen in any type of game like this.
so Black Cat
And
came out, and apparently she has I haven't played it, but apparently she has absurd moves. We're like, oh, what could Black Cat be like? You know, melee brawler type, and she's like got she could earn money and spend money to buy like upgrades or skills or something. Where like she's like
Kind of like
teleporting.
what Deadpool did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where she's just like she out portals like Strange in this one clip of her launch video. I'm like, what the fuck is going
Yeah. The the newer characters are way more complicated than
on? Oh
like
yeah.
season 0 or season 1 characters to the point where it's kind of weird. Um I haven't played since Elsa. I haven't played Elsa or whoever we forgot the name of the other one.
White Fox.
Uh, yes. And obviously I haven't played Black Cat, but even I think the last new character I actually played was Deadpool, like consistently, and he was so much more complicated than, you know, what you got from like, Hulk or
Yeah, I mean
Winter Soldier.
that's most of
You know.
these live service games. Like same thing with League of Legends, same thing with Overwatch. It's like, oh, okay, because otherwise it's like they want to get away from just like point and shoot, because
Yeah.
they want you to
You know,
reward knowledge of the character and the matchups and the maps themselves. So we'll see. I don't know. I think it's just additive. I think it's good because they're trying to make it like a. This is going to be like the Marvel Fortnite type of thing, because they introduced that silly like hangout area where you just like zone in like I think 100 other players and just like chat and talk. There's like a comic store you can go and check out the comics. They put the trailer up for Daredevil or maybe even the first episode. I don't know. You could watch something in the universe in the game. So I'm like, okay,
I
it's
went
working.
there like Times Square. I went there
Yeah,
around like New Year's time.
yeah,
They
Times
were doing
Square.
stuff.
Yep.
that's
Although
fun.
all anyone really does is make their character grow real big for upskirts there. That seems to be most of what's happening in that. But yeah,
To each their own, I
Yep.
that
suppose.
like the, someone like because you can make your at least then you can make your character grow with this like Pym particles or something, and then
Oh,
like
jeez.
there'd be a skirted character real big, and then like 20 other people just like gathering underneath. I'm like, oh my god, is this what we're? This is the whole purpose of this. Like that's what it seemed like to me. But I don't know. That's what was happening in the hangout spot.
Yeah.
Last I checked,
All
four
right.
months.
So yeah, as far as rivals go, I could definitely see them trying to make it into a Fortnite thing where it's beyond just the game, and sounds like that's what they're trying to do here with some more modes and more outside of combat scenarios. So, and Marvel's real big right now. Uh, let's check in on Marathon. I completely ignored
Insert
this game
pulse.
after. Never got it, but the reviews for this game came out like after people played it for a little while and stuff, and like then they locked in their reviews, and they've all been really good,
Sure.
but players just keep going down.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to play it, and it seems like it's because it's really punishing. And
Yeah.
even if you're a hardcore player, it just gets on your nerves, right? It just doesn't. You don't have
It's not a
fun
good
after a
loop.
while being
It's not a good
punished.
loop. Yeah.
Yeah. And talking about loops before with Pragmata and like and what you're saying with the 360 days, like that's what Halo was all about.
Yeah.
Halo was just like you had a 10-minute loop and you just repeated that 10
Yep.
minutes over and over again. It was just
Yep.
perfect.
See, I
Uh
actually heard people like the loop, but it's harder to get into to begin with. Like there's no onboarding that makes sense.
Well, yeah. The
Because I
thing,
think the people who play this game like it a lot,
sure.
like probably
It's
more
just
than
not a
most of these games.
well the thing
sure.
is
There's
that I
not a lot
think
of
It just is
there's
choice.
hard to
like
get
a
into.
skill gap also. So like if you're
Right.
above that skill gap, you might enjoy it because now you're dominating and you're in that golden circle of just like, oh, this is fun because I can just
You're the bigger fish.
punish people. Where if you're not in that little small ring of people, then you're just getting punished, and now it's not fun because who likes getting punished constantly and not progressing yourself? So that's what it seems like is going on, unfortunately. And yeah,
Unfortunately.
I don't.
Unfortunately.
I mean, well,
What's the perspective?
Yeah.
I don't want to see people lose their jobs,
I mean,
but
I
it
don't
seems like
either,
they're
but
not. They're and the other thing is that it doesn't look like they're planning on shutting down anytime soon. So we'll see if they can turn it around and make it more accessible. But then do you lose that? What's making it good for the people that did enjoy it? I
yeah,
don't know.
I just don't see how you do that because again, it's so my read on it just from what I've seen on like Reddit and Reset Era and watching some Twitch stuff. Like, I mean, the game is dead even on Twitch. Like nobody wants to watch this game.
Yeah,
Because a lot of it apparently is just like people equipping like I think the assassin class or whatever, where it's like you can go invisible and it's like cool, like you die to
yeah,
somebody
they had to
invisible, right?
nerf some stuff there.
Where it's like who wants to play this fucking game where like you can lose an entire session's worth of loot because some dude just followed you while they're invisible and just camped you at extract or whatever. It's like that's the opposite way to run an extraction game because you have to have that. You have to have that casual audience, and
Hmm.
it's amazing that Bungie of all studios doesn't already know this. Where it's like you need to have some kind of variance in the outcomes where less skilled players can beat more skilled players for whatever reason. Maybe a power up, maybe um, better weapons or better loot or something like that. So it's like I have a chance because from my understanding, from what I'm seeing, is like there are people who's like I got outplayed. I had no chance there. Like no matter what I
Yeah.
did, I would have died and I lost my entire session. And like Corey was saying, is like so yeah, you're having fun when you're a fish that's eating up less skilled players. But those people can only take that for so long until they're like, I'm done with this game. I'm gonna go play something else. So then you start at some point you will become the small fish to somebody else, where it's like, oh shit, now people are constantly fucking me up and eating me as the fish because they're a bigger fish. How much of that are you gonna be able to stand until you quit, right?
And there's so many other options out there
Right,
too. It's
exactly.
not
So
like you're desperate for something like this. It's
right,
because a lot of options out there. You get your fix somewhere else and
right,
not feel so bad.
like even Tarkov, which is the king or the um, zero game of the genre, it's not as punishing. Like like why are you more punishing than Tarkov, the game that started this genre of games? Like it's absolutely wild to me that Bungie really thought this was going to be it for them, and unfortunately, it might be it for them in a different manner. So
Yeah, exactly.
we'll see.
Uh, too bad.
It's bad. Like the numbers
Um,
are bad. Just to say,
oh yeah.
like on Reset Air, we have a thread looking at the concurrent users, which isn't the end all be all. But when you start out with 88,000 concurrent users, and I think they're at like 22 to 25 now after a month, you cannot
Right.
sustain a live service game with
Yeah.
those numbers. It's
And
impossible.
usually, and the thing is, like, you want those numbers to go up
Up,
slightly or stay consistent,
yeah.
right? So, yeah, you're not seeing that. Oh, all right, Mike. We got some Starfield news. What do we got there?
So despite some like kind of erroneous reporting from like a week or two back, where they like someone made up some numbers and posted it, um, really it seems that it's doing well on PlayStation. For the month, I think it was top
Well,
in the
that's where
chart.
people are playing video games, not playing on Xbox. So,
Well, yeah, but it's newly released, obviously. So, mild success late for Starfield? Question mark. But it's doing okay. What I've noticed, at least on the Reddit now, here's the thing about the Starfield subreddit. It was pretty negative for a long time, so much so that there was a no sodium Starfield subreddit that sprung up. Now the like vanilla Starfield Reddit subreddit is pretty positive on all these changes. Now I don't know if
is this not a
new.
cyberpunk turnaround, or is that where
It's
we're looking?
probably not that severe because I still think like if you're looking for this to, I don't know, totally change everything, it won't. But people like the free lanes update with the more immersive space travel, and the new DLC, while not very big, is good apparently, and so people have been getting into it. They've seemed to like it. It's been well received from new players and returning players. I plan to play it at some point, but Crimson Desert has me right now. But yeah, it's
You're
pretty good.
hopeful. All right.
I'm hopeful. I don't know if they're gonna do much more for this game,
I don't
but
know. I mean, it's hard to be hopeful with Microsoft and Xbox.
yeah, they change their minds all the time. Yeah.
Right.
Speaking
And
of
now
changing their minds,
exactly, that's where we're going here. Next is yeah. So the new Sharma, which is that her name? Sharma.
Asha
Uh,
Sharma, the new Sharma of Xbox.
uh,
Yeah.
CEO of Xbox,
Hmm.
has made a lot of changes. Is trying to, you know, build interest in some ways. And it's like, hey
PR,
guys, guess what?
big PR.
Xbox Game Pass, we're gonna reduce the price for you. It's gonna go from $30 to $23. How about that, everybody? Isn't that cool? But wait, there's more.
there's a catch.
You will not get your Call of Duty with this anymore. So Call of Duty will not be coming to Game Pass day one. It looks like they're going to wait a year so that You will get that Call of Duty eventually, but it's going to be a year later. So when the next Call of Duty comes out that you want to play, you can then play the old Call of Duty on Game Pass. So yeah, so we're getting something, but then they're taking more away
More
from us
away? It's
here.
one game.
I
It's
mean,
a
It's
big
like the
game, but
the
it's
biggest
one
game.
game.
I was gonna say it's like they're one of their tentpole games uh, that they got. I mean, they spent
No one
billions
likes
and
Call of
billions
Duty
and
anymore.
billions
You
of
see what the
dollars
last
to get
one
this
was
game.
about?
No, I
It's
haven't
crap.
played Call of Duty in 10 years, but it's still a big deal for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I know,
So
but they were down the last release, is what
the
I'm
thing is,
saying.
they did reduce it, but again, we are losing a game from that.
If
Now, do you
you
feel
don't
like
care
there's
about Call of
equivalent
Duty,
value here? That's
I do. I think it's good. I think it's more than equivalent. That's a decent discount, even though it was way too high to begin with. But listen, and listen, I did play Black Ops 6, the just for the campaign because I could, because I was on Game Pass like a year ago. I mean, I don't care about missing Call of Duty, so yeah, I think it's decent. You still get good value. It's close to. It's not. It's still expensive, but it's not like, oh, this is bullshit the way it felt before. So if you don't care about Call of Duty, it's a great deal.
Yeah, if this is the only change, I think this is going to set a precedent where we're not going to see all games on Game Pass day one anymore. Like once you make that one exception, you're just opening up
yeah.
invitations for the other games. Be like, oh, Fable, gotta wait a year for that.
I mean, it's only
People
four
like
games that was coming to
I know
PlayStation,
it was
right?
only four
It was
games,
only
right?
four.
It was only four
well, listen,
games.
like all subscription services, it's all temporary before it becomes shitty. That's what happens all the time. So
Sure.
get this window in while it's here, I would say.
Yeah.
I
Do
think
you
that
think this will bring any new subscribers, Tony?
I think it'll
You
get
might get some
returning
lapsed ones
subscribers
back.
because
Yeah.
I the only way they did this, right? Because I mean, how many times has a subscription service ever gone down in price? I can't think of
Never.
a single time.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
numbers must have been horrendous, like absolutely horrendous, because they boosted the price. Because the rumor was that they lost about $300 million on the Call of Duty Game Pass in terms of like, hey, what was coming into Xbox versus what should have gotten at the traditional $70 price point. 30%
Yeah.
cut off of Steam and whatnot. So they raised the price to $30 to try to make that number work. However, that mathed out, and for them to have seen be like in less than what a year. Like I don't think it's been a full year at $30, right?
No, it was. I'll tell you when it was because Outer Worlds 2 came out that same month after it was originally going to be $80, and then they dropped that price, but it was still coming out day one on Game Pass. But that month it went up. That was October of last year.
Yeah,
So we're at half a year,
yeah. So
half a year
half a
later.
year, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Well, because
whoa, whoa,
I'm
whoa, whoa.
sure a lot of people just actually did what they said and are like, nope, I'm done with this sub, and they were out at that price.
Well, yeah.
It was
I mean,
too much at once.
absolutely, and that's what I'm saying. Like $30, like it erases the value because the games don't even come out at a reasonable clip to be like, oh, this justifies a year-round subscription price. It's like I'll wait until a game comes out and I'll subscribe for that month. I'll play it and beat it in that 1 month, and I basically got a $30 glorified rental versus paying the $70 model, where Microsoft keeps $50 worth of that, right? So
Hmm.
numbers must have been bad. I'm sure in some way this is the new CEO trying to get gamer cred points with the Microsoft crowd.
PR.
Right, absolutely. But I don't know. I'm the doomer in the situation because it's Microsoft and there's always an ulterior motive with them. I really do think it will be either Forza Horizon, whatever the Forza game is this year, and or Fable, where it's like actually because this game took fucking 10 years to develop, you're not getting it for free on Game Pass day one. You gotta wait a year
Yeah.
or pay
No,
$70.
I agree. It's going to be
Or
a domino
they're gonna
effect
do one
of
that they advertised as on there already. That would be a rough sell.
well, they it's the
Hasn't
discount.
everything been a hard, rough sell for Xbox?
No, I mean that sounds like something like the $80 Outer
But
Worlds
this is going
price,
to
but they
start
have
the
to go back
flood.
on.
Like this, absolutely. Like you do it once. Now, like you said, Tony, the
Well, maybe
precedent has been
something
set,
new. Maybe.
and it's going to happen. Another game, the next big games are going to start dropping off. You're not going to see them like Game Pass day one. Maybe it's not
Elder
necessarily a
Scrolls, the next
year,
Elder Scrolls.
but it could definitely be like, oh, hey, we have a window here where we're gonna drop it a month later or whatever. It's gonna turn into like something like that where they'll do timings and stuff. Like I said, maybe not a year, but you will not see a lot of their games day one anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, look, the advertiser play every game but Call of Duty on Game Pass day one. It's like you're gonna say that for all time in perpetuity? Is just like no,
Oh,
like that's just
when they announce them, they're gonna say on Game Pass, like they've been doing in their shows for every game that comes on Game Pass, and
Will
they
be
won't do it
on
for
Game
Call of Duty.
Pass one
Yeah,
day.
no,
no, day one.
It's like the quote. It's like day one or one day,
one
right? One day or day one.
one day. That's the advertising. One day on Game Pass. Didn't you mean day one? One day in the future.
Just switch them around. We're
I
good
mean,
to go, guys.
because like that's the thing is what is Microsoft's next big game, right? What is Microsoft's next big game?
Fable or
No, it's
Gears of
Forza.
War.
Gears of War, right? In July, or when does it come
I don't know
out?
when Gears of War comes out. Gears of War,
What type
Forza.
of
I don't know.
Gears of War is this? Is this a full new game?
Yeah.
I don't
It's a
even
new
remember.
game. It's a prequel, so it kind of as E Day happens. I think it's supposed to take place during E Day.
So you
Emergence Day.
guys think they will renege on the day one status of that game?
I don't think that game
I don't
gets
think
it.
Gears of War.
Okay.
I don't think Gears of War, but
I said if they do it to something, it'll be in like the 3 years or wherever that the Elder Scrolls comes out,
it'll have to be a system
or
seller
two
type of
years
game.
maybe.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because again, the thing is, Microsoft is now. We've talked about this. They're a third party company now, or they're the biggest third party publisher in the world. And it is hard if you were trying to sell a $70 game, right? To PlayStation 5 owners, to PC owners, to Switch 2 owners, the game is coming out in there. And then on the Microsoft side, whatever the Xbox remnants are, be like, hey, you guys can get for $23 a month. You can play all these $70, maybe $80 games. It just doesn't math out where they are gaining subscribers to offset the costs and the rising cost of development. So I just see them being like, hey, look, whatever revenue we're going to lose by taking this away from Game Pass, we're going to make up in that revenue of physical games or physical and digital games sold on the Xbox ecosystem. Because again, $70 they keep what, like 80% of that, maybe 75%, whatever the number out makes out to be. What's more money for them? 80% of $70 or like 90% of $23?
The
It's
other thing I
calculus.
think, Mike, I don't know if Game Pass exists when Elder Scrolls comes out.
Ooh.
You think if Game Pass doesn't exist, then they're not making a new Xbox system, which
I
they are planning.
sure, but I still think there's a high possibility we don't have a Game Pass when the next Elder Scrolls game's released.
That is a
It
bold
this doesn't
prediction.
make sense.
That is a bold prediction. No, I agree with you. I mean, the thing is, I read up on the thing like, oh, new to Game Pass, and it's like they tout these indies like Vampire Survivors just came out, and it's like that game is fucking $10. If I want that game, I'll just spend the $10 on it. Like I'm not subscribing to
Yeah.
your fucking service for 23
Isn't that
plus,
already? I was already on it.
huh?
That came. That was like new on it when it was new. It came back.
It just came out.
No, it's been there, but I must have left, I guess.
No, no, no. It's the new Vampire game, the
Oh,
trading
okay.
card game, whatever it is. But it's like it's a $10 game.
I
It's
see.
like sure. The same thing with Silksong. It's like, oh, on Game Pass, it's like it's $20. If I want the game, I will just pay $20 for it.
Yep. Ah, and there we have it, guys. That is your game cast. We are back here. Hopefully, we can continue to do this a little more consistently. Things have been a little rocky, but thanks for hanging out with us and spend some time. Be sure to like us and subscribe on YouTube. We do put these out on there since Twitch doesn't save everything, but we do have the podcast. So
Thanks,
if you want an
Twitch.
audio version, yep, audio versions are out there as well. Be sure to catch us if next week we should be around and starting at 8 o'clock Tuesdays. We do our movie cast and then our game cast. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.